Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be really, really good. We are going to be unboxing and reviewing the EXO-6 First Contact Picard. Jean-Luc Picard. Why, hello, folks. Danoby2 here, and thank you for joining me once again on another visual tour. This is cool. This is special. This little bad boy here arrived hours ago, and I did not want to waste any time unboxing, reviewing it. I've been looking forward to more Star Trek 1/6 scale figures from this company. They blew it out of the park, out of the water, out of the universe, out of the system with Data, Star Trek First Contact Data. On this one we have a Star Trek First Contact Captain Jean-Luc Picard from the hit First Contact movie, Star Trek Generations First Contact. Out of all the Next Generation theatrical adventures, this is probably the most successful, if not the only. I love this film. I talked about it, that this is one of the first films that I saw in theaters and stadium seating, and I loved it. It just blew it out of the park. Beautiful artwork, front of the box, Art Deco from the film, the accessories, company information, all that jazz at the back of the box. Same style blister pack box that Data came in, so I'm assuming that any more First Contact characters are going to be arriving in this style with this type of artwork, and to keep with the theme, the 25th anniversary of Star Trek First Contact, which was directed by Jonathan Frakes. I will say, I'm dying of curiosity. I wonder what other characters this company is going to dabble into the film. How many of us are willing to pay top dollar for Beverly Crusher or Geordi LaForge? I'm guessing the Borg Queen is probably going to be the next one. That right there is your standard issue Starfleet rifle. It's one of the accessories. Little yellow. I never noticed the yellow highlighter color tone. I wonder if that serves a purpose or if it's just an insignia. But it is the exact same rifle that came with Data. You also have your standard issue phaser, Type 2 phaser. I want to say this is the Type 2 or Type 3. I know the Type 1 was that little button cell phaser that was used in the first several seasons of the Next Generation. I would say we're going to get a Borg Queen. I know they had teased, I think it was a statue on their site. I want a 1/6 scale Borg Queen with a detachable torso. Standard issue tricorder. It employs that little magnetic gimmick that we so love. It serves as an open and close. Beautiful design. I want to say it's the exact same tricorder that came with Data. So this is your standard issue tricorder. If we ever get we are going to get it. We got teased a Doctor, the holograph Doctor from Voyager. The vest, the battle vest that Jean-Luc Picard teased, was more like an action vest. I like the little foam on there, and the Star Trek communicator is welded on to that vest. Yeah. So if we do get the Doctor, because I know they teased it, EXO-6, I would assume that the tricorder would change, and then we would get a standard issue medical tricorder. Lo and behold, look at this face sculpt. Isn't this beautiful? Isn't that a beautiful man? Look at that. I was, I must confess, this sculpt blew it out of the water. I'm hoping that the video captures the or wherever you're seeing this video, if it's on your mobile device or on your big screen, but the paint application on this head sculpt is some next level shit. I'm telling you this right now. I've never seen this type of. Maybe they kidnapped the painter from Hot Toys, but this paint. Look at this. That is the QMX head sculpt right there, and then look at their paint sculpt, their paint scheme that they use, not sculpt. But not saying that the sculpt isn't bad either. But I mean, look at the improvement. Now I don't know if they used the exact same sculptor, because I know the it's remnants from QMX, who was part of the Star Trek team that came over to this company. But man, oh man, look at him. That is Patrick Stewart in his full glory crabbiness. That is friggin' beautiful. I couldn't believe it. I ran like a little schoolgirl looking for that QMX Picard. I'm like, this head sculpt is just phenomenal. The base, I'm gonna do something with this base. I feel like I can kit bash it. I think I can put like an LED light. This thing needs to glow. It's Star Trek, for crying out loud. I know it would probably increase the price, and probably down the road the company may include an illuminated base. But I mean, it's given. I mean, if anything, if any 1/6 scale figures should have an illuminated stand or base, it would be Star Trek. Transporter pad. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it like this. And I know you get like the extra pattern design that you can swap out. But I think it would just look better if it was illuminated, like a transporter pad. So for now, I'll keep it here. And if I do any kit bashing or upgrades to that base, I'll post the updates on my Instagram. So if you haven't been following me on Instagram, please do so, because I tend to do all sorts of odd little things. Now these little clips here are designed to attach the base, so that once you build your whole First Contact team, you can connect them all together. 3 pairs of hands. You have your
make it so. Make it so.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself with that. 3 pairs of hands, tricorder, phaser, a few accessories. Would they ever touch Reginald Barclay? Because he was in First Contact, wasn't he? There's not a lot of characters. Or Zefram Cochrane. I wonder if they would touch him. I don't know if I would buy a Zefram Cochrane. If they ever made him, I would probably want like the First Contact ship, or at least a cockpit to put Zefram. Now I'm showing off this hand because the paint application on this hand is some next level stuff too. Whatever they did to the face, they applied some of that magic, some of that Trek magic to the hands. But I mean, look at this thing. The stitching is on par. The tailoring is there. This is a miniature Jean-Luc Picard. All we need is Q. Not the new Q from the like season 2 of Picard. I want like Q in his like judge robes, and where he's still yelling at Picard, and you know the trial never end, and you're under trial. Now look at this thing. Look at. I can't help myself. It's like high definition and standard when you put these two figures together. It is just mind blowing. It's HD 1/6 scale Picard, and then you look over here, and then you have a standard definition Picard. This is incredible. I'm glad I filmed this in 4K at 60 frames, because the magic that they were able to deliver in this thing is just. I'm looking at this right now as I'm doing my comment, and I'm getting goosebumps, because I'm in my head. I'm building my wish list. It's like who else would I want from this film? You gotta give me number one. You gotta give me number one. Absolutely. I could pass on Crusher and Geordi, but you got to give me the Queen and number one. This is the Data. I have the first. I decided to keep his transition into humanity head sculpt, and then I felt that was more badass. That was, I mean, everybody just shined in this film. Brent Spiner knocked it out of the park in his performance. Patrick Stewart is just classically trained, so he can do no wrong. And again, I keep looking at the improvement, because I was happy. I didn't think there was anything wrong with this QMX until I got this Picard, and you look at that QMX Picard and you go, ew. All right, let's dress up the captain here. Let's get his little holsters here, his tricorder holster, his little phaser holster, and a little tricorder there. And I'm gonna swap him out. He needs to engage the Borg. So I'm gonna attach the rifle. I'm gonna swap it out. And these two are ready to take on the Borg. I'm telling you right now. So as long as they keep those rifles on a modulated frequency, the Borg can only adapt so fast. I wonder if they'll give us a Borg. Oh, please, EXO-6, if you're watching this, give us a Borg. A Queen and a Borg. Now, the extra head sculpt that came with Brent Spiner, I decided to do a off-the-shelf kit bash. So this was based off of Time Zero. Remember when Data traveled back in time with like Guinan, and his head was found buried in 1930s, right, or 1910 or something like that. So the cool thing with Star Trek, especially with like the Next Generation, is that they're always time travel into period piece episodes, and even if they're not time traveling, you can still get away with a 1930s gangster look with Data here, if he was having like a adventure in the holodeck. Now this extra head sculpt here, this was from some Japanese 1/6 scale figure that was made years ago, but I decided to keep the head and just kind of just kit bash it into the Time Zero head. Now let's get the vest on, his little bulletproof vest here. Now that I'm thinking about this, when the hell, so the Enterprise E was being overrun with Borg. When did he have time, as he's being chased by the Queen and shit, when did he have time for a costume change? Because I thought in my head that this jacket here, like, transformed or converted, but he clearly took this off, right? And he swapped it out to, for the vest. Maybe he ran back to his quarters and decided to dress down so that he could be badass. I don't know. I'm thinking, maybe I'm overthinking it, but the fact that he looks like Santa Claus with these overalls, doesn't he? Doesn't he? Make it Merry Christmas. He looks like good old Kris Kringle. What were we doing here? Oh, we're putting on his little battle vest. When the hell did he have time for the vest? So I'm going to use the foam that the battle vest came in, and I'm going to use it sort of like a coat hanger type deal where it protects it. And I can set that. I will spoil it that as cool as he looks with this battle vest here, clearly a marketing attempt to sell Playmate action figures, which I am guilty of purchasing. I'm probably still going to keep him in his original uniform, just because he's Jean-Luc Picard, and this is, in my collection, this is going to be the definitive HD version of Captain Jean-Luc Picard. And I mean, these two are ready to crawl down a Jeffries tube. They're ready to hack in to Deck 15. This is cool. I like this. EXO-6. Give me the Borg and a Borg Queen. And I don't need Geordi. I don't need Beverly Crusher. Oh, you gotta give me Worf. Oh, you gotta give me Worf so that I can reenact that scene. You coward, you just want to run away and blow up the ship. Oh, you gotta let me recreate that scene. Please, EXO-6. Subscribe, leave your comments below. You gotta get this thing. This is cool.